I don't know if that says it on. I don't think we're streamed. I just went onto to report from another account. I have a bunch of Google accounts.
You're not being streamed right now?
What are you talking about?
He YouTube account, but he's still streaming.
So Gigi,
No, he's streaming.
Gigi, I'm thinking that Trump did in fact negotiate a ceasefire between Israel and a faction in Iran.
Very bad.
But it's not. But that faction doesn't necessarily have control of all the launchers or all the military. So they're being very patient because that faction is in fact having a coup right now.
There you go, in the chat, in the chat.
Yeah, it was different than what Jeff posted.
No.
You report this one. Hold on, I'm reporting all of them. I'm bored.
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
He's bored too, and he's bored too. He's sitting there, he's doing nothing, but looking at 20 phones. It must be a lovely life that nobody really wants to talk to you. Well, nobody wants to talk to him. We're all talking to each other. But see, the problem is not many people want to talk to him.
I don't get it. Is that his closet?
I don't know.
He looked like a bum.
Yeah.
He's a peasant. He's a welfare. He's on fucking like Tinder swiping. He's playing Tinder. Oh my god. Now he's gonna fuck you, buddy. Trust me.
Oh man.
I think I once heard this girl reject him. He wanted her to come over, and yeah, she rejected him.
He just swiped me. He swiped by me.
Oh, was that you who rejected him?
That was me, John.
Yeah. I wonder if his real estate people that call know that they're live on camera too. That's kind of weird, don't you think?
Oh, he's works for a real estate house?
Well, when somebody calls about a rental, yeah, he streamed them live. Not counting streaming his mother live. That's why I think we should let his mother.
His mother should have swallowed.
This is so funny. This is gold, Jerry. Gold.
So he lives in some random apartment. Oh my god, what a bum.
Ensure that the destruction of the Iranian nuclear program that has already happened is not something they will try to rebuild. Now, have they really gotten, what do I want to call it, intel that they have really bombed and destroyed this program? This is more rhetoric coming out of there because they have no verification, no clarification, nothing. They have the satellite images and the holes in the ground. So once again, here we go. Like I said before, who's in charge of giving these people, briefing them and giving them intel? They must think all of you guys are dumb as fuck.
I nominate Jared and Ivanka and who else? Tiffany and her husband and them two sons, the two idiot sons of Trump's, the
Clubhouse seems to
take
think that
themselves
we
and
should
work over there and
allow
be the first settlers in that area, so they
perverts
can make sure it's secure
to
for
be
everybody
anonymous
else.
in every room.
No, Lisa, the ironic thing is you're
That
not
is
going
the
to be
thing,
able
Clubhouse
to really
thinks it's
get
funny.
any verified intel unless you get
Also,
inspectors
you
back over
can
there.
download the
Which
stream once
that's
it
that's the
hits.
funny thing. I think we mentioned it in another room. Is you're back to the all Trump has done is you're back to, hey, we have to go back to the table now with the Iranians and get them to let inspectors back in to monitor their activity after you bombed them preemptively with no intel, really, technically. At least if you listen to what other people.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. This is absolutely something that's this sounds like a third world
Wait,
country,
in
the way
Illinois,
we're going
it's
about
illegal
shit
to
in this
record
country.
conversations,
And
whether
he
in
got,
person
he
or
said
electronic,
more. Like, he gonna be up
without
all
the
night. He
consent.
actually
I do
thought
not
he
give
got a
my
win.
consent
President Trump is walking around there
for,
with his
Uh,
soft,
He's
easy
sundown
penis,
now.
and it got a
He's
little bit
sundown in
softer.
and things
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
walking around this
So
White
I
House
do
thinking
not
he
give
really
my
put the work
consent
in
to
to
Talking
pay.
to himself,
recorded.
mumbling.
I don't give my consent either.
So he said,
But that, the Illinois
what's that?
statute
Trump said it's
says it's known as a two-party consent state. Violations can lead to both criminal and civil penalties. And I've heard my name mentioned because Leslie mentioned my name in the recording, which means, you know,
So can't you call the cops? Or like, go to your thing locally to do an investigation or something?
maybe.
Maybe some of us already done.
That's no comment. Isn't that what they say in politics? No comment.
Can we do
I
a story
there is-
about?
Gigi, there's a address I put for the Northwest Herald. They always look for news stories.
Jeff, can we do locked rooms?
That's what Jeff doesn't want to do. He likes this, I guess, because he doesn't want to lock the room. There's nobody in it but us at this point. I mean,
No,
it's
if
kind
you-
of silly.
I'm just asking, if we lock, we can't send people private invites so they come by private invites, or just nobody can join after you lock the room?
No, I mean, I think I don't even know how it works to do a private room.
We'll try. Well, let's see.
We will
And I'm not even sure it's a thing anymore.
Let's-
Like,
I'm gonna ask-
probably-
I'm gonna ask AI.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do a private room.
I think
How
if we take people that are already in the room,
can
up them in,
we
but if they
eliminate?
join,
This is
I don't
so
know why, but I really like the South Speak TR in a cartoon version. It makes
Leslie make that. Hey, boo.
Hey.
What are you doing?
it makes you more humble. This picture, it makes you look small, size. Not that you're big in size. I'm saying tall wise.
Yeah. We don't know what you're saying, Raph.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Little L. Yeah. I'm just little. Hey there, little L. I'm a little L. What are you doing, sweet cheeks?
Oh, you can do it. It says you can do it by approval or invite only. And you can say who can join by approval, but that's joining. But
Yo, having so many things plugged in, isn't that a fire hazard? That's
cares?
a
Depends.
you can only hope.
Can we public
Depends.
department?
If you have like two extenders plugged into each other, then yeah, and then if you plug stuff into that,
There looks like there's a lot of extenders plugged into extenders.
yeah, it's a fire hazard. It's a
That's
pretty,
making life miserable.
it's a pretty extreme fire hazard, actually. You should, because that could like burn like a massive fire that they can't put out because of electricity. I'm just telling you because I care.
Well, guys, I got you some good news. He still looks like a bum. He looks like a bum, so it means he's not getting paid. So, he's a loser. It's fine.
All right. It says
Wait.
report a privacy violation. Okay, I want to submit. Mm-hmm.
Wait, Ralphie, dude's not getting
Wait,
paid.
it says please contact the uploader. The uploader before you decide to file. Yoo-hoo, uploader.
No, send a formal.
Okay.
No, send a formal email. so
We've
it's
already
fine.
done that. He's not listening, so
Okay,
okay,
so if
next.
you have evidence, you can follow up with it. Say, listen, this is when we submit it. It's
There
okay.
you go. I've reviewed the community guidelines.
Honestly, everyone here that has a lawyer or access to one can just have a cease and desist written up as well.
We're all Jews, so we all have that connection.
One of our cousins is a lawyer. It's fine.
I hope they send me cease and desist letters. I'll frame it and put it
I'm
on the
related
wall.
to that cousin on both sides.
And me too.
I actually don't.
All right. It says, this content uses my real image, voice, or name, well, my voice. Okay, it can, let's see here.
Just give me his address. What's the and then make sure you file it in his county.
Targets where uranium was being enriched. Now tell me this, Batman. Riddle me this. How the hell do you go down and certify that there was no uranium present, not even a trace of it, when that's where they were enriching it for their energy plants? They were warned well in advance, and somebody cleaned house so goddamn good that they didn't leave any traces at all. That's the suspicious part.
Change station.
They had time to clean up and move out. So they can't say, they can throw conjecture out that they ruined targets, that they stopped their process, but the science doesn't agree with them. The science is saying they don't have one speck of uranium on that property, which means they moved
But
it.
can
So
you
you have
have uranium that good though?
I don't know. I mean, you would have to be able to maintain it while you're.
Okay, I'm
if
still
you're-
filling it out.
I don't know.
There would have to be
My
traces of
name,
it. I mean, I would think. Don't
Right,
you?
honey?
I'm not an expert, but I don't know. I have to read up on.
Radiation levels, different things like that. They did a serious scrub.
Uranium can
if it's encapsulated or sealed, you know what I mean?
Well,
It
it has
can't
to
be
be.
transported, absolutely.
What would you talk
Well, they still have, what, 400 kilograms, 900 pounds that shit unaccounted for?
Something you're referring to.
Seymour first broadcasted the gun strike, and if Iran didn't pick up on that, then they're dummies. That was, I feel that they moved some of that stuff already.
I think they moved it before, yeah, well before.
And I think Israel is going to continue to go after police stations, prisons, to destabilize the regime. I think they're going to continue to go after their leaders, the military targets, the police stations,
Doesn't want to leave.
to try
though,
to
you see.
cause
He's still there,
instability.
though,
I don't
'cause he
think
just
they're
doesn't
going to.
want to leave.
No, I think that's why they stay quiet. They're not agreeing to shit.
masculine energy.
Wait.
Oh my god. The room is covered in it.
I know. It oozes off of me and just seeps onto the floor.
Assad is very good at what they do.
We're probably up to your ankle.
There's nothing to say, but I can't.
Well, I guess
right now.
now, okay, so I guess now, you guys, my thinking is Netanyahu is gonna show Trump really who wears pants in this family. Because you might have called me up and told me that you wanted me to, you know, agree to the ceasefire, and then you gave me some, I can hit last, some kind of timing that didn't make sense. And then you called it the 12-day war. I had to look that up because it means something to the people in the Middle East. It's some correlation to the 6-day war, and if anybody knows anything about that, they can speak on it. I don't. I didn't want to read the whole article tonight. My eyes are hurting. But
Screenshot.
I guess he gonna show him. You ain't gonna call me up after I just told everybody in the world that I wasn't gonna stop. I was not gonna stop until I dismantled.
You do that in Stifler's mom.
And then not only that, he made some other threats to Iran, right? And now he got told by President Orange Face that he had to stop. Everything had to stop because he went to live today. He wanted to be the one that seemed like he planned it, solved it, and got it done.
I need you in
So,
Illinois
Bibi
610.
Netanyahu hasn't said a word
We
the
just need you
entire
there.
take a test on it. Not even nobody from his cat, nothing.
Stability for the Illinois 16.
That's because he doesn't agree to it. You're right. He's not going to stop now. He's not some 2-year-old you can sit in the corner and say time out.
Booty called Trump and said, fuck your French fries.
Right up your nose with a rubber
I'm
hose.
losing it over here, girl.
It's like, we gonna see. Every time we sit here, we start thinking there's something good. It just, I don't know. My spirit always tells me something's not right with this because it's never lined up, you guys, properly, like a well-fitting.
You sound so good.
It's not lined up. It's, every time it's just some piece
Cheeseburger with
missing
some fucking
that fucks
hash
the whole
browns
thing
on
up.
it.
Overdone.
Well, Trump piece that don't fit no damn where, so.
That's something
Adrian Dittman. Oh no, it's Republican comedian. Oh no, it's me.
Anybody have anything to add or subtract? Because I have read maybe
No.
12 articles and I got some clips, but it's so late for clips. I don't like doing them after midnight. So we can just do popcorn style. You guys can just jump in where you fit in.
Do we have any more information on like anything else, like maybe the Diddy trial, maybe?
Let me see what else is going on, because that's all people are talking about right now.
There's a whole rest of the world going on.
I'm gonna have to get me some more of these nails because these is cute as hell. I didn't know they was gonna be this cute.
Did you get press-ons?
Yes, girl. They got cute ones on TikTok.
I'm thinking about going and getting mine done before I go to New Orleans.
I love having my nails.
I was thinking about getting pink and whites with like chrome on the very, very tip, like a china plate. I thought that'd be cute.
French tips.
Yeah. Dude, I used to keep my nails done. I'd get charms put in the ends of them. They like drill a hole and put charms in them and stuff. They'd be cute. Little danglies.
Okay, so now one thing I can add, ICE agents are starting to do raids in hospitals. If you guys weren't aware of that, it's starting to happen. So if you need to go to the ER,
They gonna be busting into operating rooms and shit and pulling people out.
they can come in if they want to, because I need a bathroom break. I never get a chance to go to the restroom, and they don't come and ask me if I need to go pee. So if ICE shows up, I'm gonna say, look, if you watch this dude for like, give me like 12, give me 10 minutes to go to the bathroom and hydrate and stuff, you know, I'll tell you what you want to know.
They got this man, he was doing the landscaping in front of an IHOP, or he was somewhere else, and he ran down there. And the ICE agents came after him, tackled him to the ground. They say he swung a weed eater at him, and I was like, hey, I would too if you come at me with your face masked up like that, a gator on and at 85 degrees out. They took him to the ground, beat him in the head, did all they could do to him. He has one son that's a retired Marine and two that are currently serving in the Marines, but apparently he doesn't have a green card or whatever the hell it is they think he needs, so they beat his ass and put him in the van.
This is crazy.
Goddamn shame.
Well, he said he's trying to whittle away protected places for immigrants to hide. So now they're saying that workers, Custom and Enforcement ICE agents will arrest patients in or around hospitals. In or around. I'm sorry?
I thought those hospitals were supposed to be protected place inside.
Well, I'm reading this article from The Hill from the 21st at 5 p.m. and it's saying healthcare workers on alert for ICE raids in hospitals.
Don't actually shit. Everything is
honestly, it's a Spotify sound effect playlist, but
exactly.
They're gonna say HEPA her to the bed.
I don't know nothing. You do not have a need to know anything about this patient.
Now HEPA her ass to that bed.
Are you a family member?
Hello.
Like, you don't forget a sound like
No, the
that.
serious thing to me is that they show them and they have on, you know, you guys
There's
say come
some
here,
cooing going on and shit,
around
like-
their face and then they have the
Trying to
glass
call
on.
up all the
Yeah, like the
bewilderment
Balaclava.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's hot outside. And hello, why are they doing that? Why are they masking themselves
No,
up?
L.
I
They
don't
don't
know.
want to be identified.
They want to be docs, and
No, they don't.
some of them,
That's why they said it. That's what they say.
right, and some of them, I think, yeah, and some of them, I think, are
The level
contracted
is
workers. I
up.
don't think all of them are actually ICE agents. I think some of them are
If
deputized.
somebody in a mask is coming after me, I'm gonna have to light them up. I mean, I don't know who that is, or I'm gonna
Light 'em up,
baby.
That's right. Plug it in the drain.
Be like Ashton, make that thing go boom.
Somebody's gonna get real.
I think some of them are deputized. I would be surprised if some of them are pod boys. They have contract workers.
As a woman by myself, I'm not gonna have some masked person take me to the ground. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. So I think I'm gonna stand your ground state. I was in fear for my life.
Yeah, don't
That's
stop
what people
putting
gotta start
nobody.
doing. Find out what kind of temperature you're
Standing
in.
ground or not, shoot, you get a shotgun and you let them know I got rock salt, bird shot, and slug, and I don't know which order I put them in. You feeling
Y'all ladies
lucky?
strapped.
You feeling lucky, punk? Yeah. And they think blind people can't shoot. Ask my nephew.
I'm scared of you, Ramona.
Make a sound. I'm like, make a sound, motherfucker. I got you. Yes, sir. Now I got my glasses. I really got you, motherfuckers. Put it on live session and just say left or right. Meta. Which way? That's my favorite.
So they're saying that we're gonna have a bigger problem because people
This
are not
is
going, well,
the
they already
rhythm of the
use the
night.
emergency room as their primary, but now it's gonna be worse. You know, we see patients come into the ER when they don't have insurance and they wait till the whole limb is about to fall off and they need amputation. But now this is gonna be worse. If you're scared to come to the hospital because ICE is posted up
I'm
in
excited
the
to
ER,
hear
are
about
they
it.
gonna come to your actual room? They're gonna come into your room, pick the chart up and go, get him, DC all that shit, roll him to the man. But you know that's gonna create a bigger
Whatever it is,
problem
did it happen
for
today?
for our communities. Is having these patients wait until they're nearly dead to show up at the ER. It's only so much you can do. The ER is not a miracle worker. It's only so much you can do.
Oh, cool.
Well, hopefully they don't have any infectious disease and stay home or stay amongst their other folks.
That's right.
Yes.
You want to tell me so bad. I can
What are they gonna do? Come ask for ID? I'm not
I
showing you
know.
shit. Sit down, am I? The hip hop.
I don't know. They can ask you for ID once they get inside the. I don't know.
They don't have a right to actually for ID in a hospital. I mean, but I don't trust these people. They're doing. If they could arrest the senator or Congress people, but I mean, I'm thinking about the hospitals that I work into,
Hold
like
on, I have to
they
get my
come on the
headphones
floor
on.
or the ER and say,
You.
show ID, like for what
Something to
purpose?
do
They're
with
paying.
my
Like, get
fucking
away out of
brain
here.
not working right
That's what I'm
now.
asking. I mean, you know, they make us show ID to be certain to the ER. Yeah, so they're probably gonna say.
Yeah, the hospital has the right to know, but we still will triage somebody even if they don't have an ID. We put them in chained into our condo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still serve them.
There's no insurance.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, that's what's happening here. So there's some different news you guys can chew on.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I said
Yeah,
that.
we're
You're going to say something like, oh, I got
gangbangers. Yeah, arrest the gangbangers to get the real criminals.
No, they said,
laughing in a meeting.
75% of the people that they're taking in have stuff like parking tickets and shit. They're not like the criminals they claim
And
that
I
they're
was
taking.
just like,
Yeah.
He lied about that. We told people it was gonna be a lie.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant earlier. Like the people who voted for him as the peace president and the no war, I feel that they're worse in a way than Trump because They don't even stand for anything.
No,
They
but,
tie
like,
themselves
you know,
in a
when you're on
pretzel
Zoom
just to
and,
agree
like,
with
you
them
lock
now
eyes with
because
your homie,
you
and
know
you're
they
both
can't go
laughing and
against them.
thinking the
Like
same
that.
thing, and
That
you're
is
like,
that's
look
the
away.
worst.
Thing at the
Oh,
same time,
yeah.
and you know it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the cult.
So me and my homegirl, like,
Well,
we
we
locked
gotta
on that
remember
very
very private
God, my boss
American
always thinks that she's
Gestapo
someone that she
now.
wasn't. Like, oh yeah, you were in that meeting.
Yeah, that's why I don't argue with Manfinity. He is not.
And laugh.
He needs
And he
rehab, and
discontinued,
until
but,
he
like,
gets
we
like
do.
a not rehab.
That's
What you
our
call
thing.
that stuff when
I
you
feel so
exercise?
connected to this bitch.
He's not gonna change his. Yeah, he's not gonna change. Yeah, 12 step or conversion or whatever. The details good for everybody.
He's not gonna change.
Okay, that's what he needs to be committed to a facility. It's not. Something wrong with him. But you know what? April, you're the TikToker of the group. I just went down the deported rabbit hole, deported and came back rabbit hole. There's a lot of people I can't believe this. This is crazy. Company Yui,
You're all keyed up on that.
why would you do They go and do whatever. One boy, he just died like some kind of doing and came across. But this girl from the Dominican Republic, I said, and went to the U.S. Embassy and got her papers and came back in like a few days. It's crazy. That being weak is so the money is being wasted. Yeah. All the billions to move
They're not keeping records of people. They fired everybody who keeps track of them. Now they got, who knows, strangers out here taking them off the system. Nobody's keeping any records, I guarantee you.
Well, they were, but a lot of times you get deported, you're blocked from coming back to the country for 5 years. It's a major hazard. Depending on your situation. Everybody I know, like I know a few people that have gotten like deported in like the Caribbean. And they come back, they come right on back. We gotta streamline this shit, man. I don't have a problem. Permanent transportation out of this country. I wish that they would streamline so they're not sitting there waiting. Like my brother-in-law took him 2 years to get his citizenship. There's other people that I know right here and now that have been here 10, 20 years, still didn't have their citizenship. And they've been doing it quote unquote the right way.
If you can
What the
hear
fuck do you
this
have to do?
from Clubhouse.
I don't know, man. And then on the second side of that, you also want to keep good records of who's been kicked out of here and why. That way you don't have to worry about them coming
You know
back.
that
You can have it on
Citizens
file.
account does have less responsibility.
How long has your brother-in-law been married? He's married to an American citizen. He's married to he's married to my sister, but he had been in the States for almost 5 years before they got married. And so he's been waiting all that time and married. That's what I said, like, even when they get married, it don't even matter. They still get deported. That's crazy. And after 9/11, it was really bad because her husband's Egyptian. And all people see is brown skin, brown skinned people. And she would take him and his cousins to work because they all ran a butcher shop in New Orleans. And she would get pulled over and harassed. She literally had to go home and get her daughter's birth certificate once because they were harassing her so hard. And so it's a whole bunch. It affects your whole life.
I see.
Well, just to let you guys know, the people called the Dreamers, Trump administration said it will be ending Obamacare coverage for immigrants who came to the U.S. Illegally as children, also known as Dreamers.
And
your insurance from Obamacare is going to be eliminated.
That includes DACA, right?
Oh, Mr.
It says Dreamers. It didn't
I
go
think
on
that
the
was
website.
Dreamers, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I thought he was detained.
So all that's coming to an end. So they're making it very difficult, not only for you to be here. Come here and be here. You can't go to the emergency room. You can't go to work. You can't have a checking account. Now you're not going to get insurance. And now states are starting to deny illegal immigrants coverage as well.
Oh man,
There are
I
a lot
might
of
love
states are
this
starting to
forever
pull
when I
that
know
back.
right now.
So I mean, how do you, what's your quality of life going to be in this country once all this stuff goes into effect? If they don't get you by tossing you in the van, they don't get you by making it very difficult for you to be out here, like above ground.
Yeah, Miss Lisa, a lot of times that's still better than where they came from.
Wow, that says a lot.
I'm just saying.
No, but that
some of
says
these
a lot.
countries
That
really
says a
can.
hell of a lot. If that's better than where you came from. You can't work, you can't go to the hospital. And a lot of them now are starting to charge the kids to go to school. Have you seen that? States are starting to charge illegal
Good one. I
immigrants
like that. Good pun.
tuition for their kids.
Yeah.
To go to school here.
I
mean, and I don't mean
Oh my
college.
God,
You're talking about
elementary,
literally, I was
secondary.
that's so high
secondary,
level.
yeah, primary. Yeah,
Well,
it's crazy.
Miss Lisa, the thing is that in some other countries, not only are they going through all of those same conditions, but they're also dodging bombs.
I don't know. I'm glad you didn't lie.
Warfare. Like, look at Syria. Their own fucking government was dropping chemicals on them.
I know.
So yeah, I say that even shitty as you would believe that an American life like that would be, it sometimes is better than where they came.
It's very important to have good ethics.
So I don't know if that's going to be a complete deterrent. It might cut some down a little bit, but for people that are desperate to not be where they came from,
No joke, Jack. That's when you steal from someone else. Lying is stealing from yourself.
I don't like I really don't like lying, period. But like, yeah, in comedy, either really. It should be from truth and then exaggerated slightly.
and then you also have citizens that are more than willing to hide them. So this isn't going to be like Pokemon. They're not going to get them all.
You're so cute. Like so
Laugh
adorable.
in that little voice. Let me try that.
Hello.
Let me clap.
Oh, you know, all the synthetics are going away.
On the what, baby?
No more gummies.
The synthetics are losing traction, just like oil.
Yeah.
I'm so ridiculous right now.
We're going to get pushed into making alternative energy choices, and that's okay. We need to. We need to get away from fossil fuels.
You seem like you're doing pretty good.
You do
You
too.
can have energy from two
Yes,
magnets.
fine.
That's what Nikola Tesla proved. So,
Yeah.
energy's everywhere. We have no problems. We only have solutions. And the fact that in 2025 Israel says we only have problems is the biggest red flag I've ever seen in my life.
Their problem is Bibi Netanyahu. If they got rid of him, that would solve a lot of their problems.
You know, Ramona, they keep saying the phrase regime change, regime change, regime. Like, I can't stop hearing it. Exactly. Right here and right over there.
My bad.
We're
I'm now
done.
on the next
No more
day. I have
wars.
to make up for it.
Like I said, I thought it would be hilarious if they ended up having peace in the Middle East just to get rid of
Sweet
Trump.
baby,
You know?
yeah.
No, if you think that Bibi Netanyahu is the only problem in the Middle East or in Israel, you're wrong. Look, if you watch the demographic in Israel, actually now the liberal Jews are declining in number because they don't procreate a lot. Meanwhile, the extremist and the far right of the Jewish, they call them Haridim. Haridim is the most extremist Jewish group on earth. They are procreating like rabbits. They have 10 kids, 12 kids in one family, easily.
Green energy, not
So
like
now,
things like
actually
plants and
they
stuff.
do nothing. They don't work.
Well, I mean,
They don't serve in the military. They do nothing. But they are important when it comes to elections.
not the kind of plants I think
The
you're
numbers
thinking
are increasing. So if this year, I don't know how much they represent from the Israeli population, but in the next decade or two, the number will be maybe the most important
When you said something about
voting
specific
pool.
plants, I think I know what you're alluding to.
You're gonna
but
watch how
rest of it,
how savage the Israeli government gonna be. If today, like Bibi Netanyahu and all his genocide, gonna be like we will wish for that. We will wish for that. I just hope. Our government,
so
the
this
American
is something
government,
that
doesn't stay playing the role of Israeli slave.
Okay.
We don't wanna go into wars for the sake of this master.
He's
We
agreeing
have to
with
get
that.
rid of this master.
Yeah, no, I remember him talking about testing electric vehicles, so...
Yes, New Jersey may be smaller than New Jersey, but they are the masters of the United States.
No, France
They
is the
control
master.
us.
No, France is the master. We were raised to believe.
You featured on Madman's YouTube channel? You featured now live, actually.
We are. I know. I saw the live. We all are live right now. On this channel. All of us.
Just don't attack Israel, we give you $1.2 billion. That's
lowered it?
Everything is for the sake of the masses. Everything. And we give Jordan too. We give Jordan less than $1 billion. Like it's $800 million a year, I guess.
Yeah,
For
Jordan's
what?
the redheaded stepchild for everybody, though.
Yeah, for what? Please don't hit Israel. Please do not go into war with Israel. That's it. What we get from Israel? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, I have no qualms about letting Israel do their own thing and leaving their ass hang out in the breeze. I really don't have a problem with that, because as far as that's concerned, I don't think, well, I'm not Christian, so I don't really believe the whole bless Israel and the world will be blessed, or whatever the shit.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, as you said, I remember.
I don't believe any of that, so it doesn't bother me if they get left to their own devices.
You don't believe in that because you're a simple person, but it doesn't matter if you believe or not. If your politicians and your leaders believe in that, so your faith is nothing to them, you know? Like if your president believed that the path towards God goes through Israel, so believe it or not, you believe in it or not, it
No,
doesn't
I'm just
matter.
saying it wouldn't bother me not to follow along with Israel as far as a citizen of the United States, where my voting and my opinion lies in the country of my birth. I do not have a problem leaving Israel to their own devices if that is what is decided. I would go for that because we have to deal with our shit all the time. Why shouldn't they? So it wouldn't bother me at all. A lot of people are like, oh, protect Israel, protect Israel. I'm like, well, fucking let them do it themselves. We did. Shoot. I don't know. I just think there's a lot more put into this than needs to be. It's all in the name of this thing that we call religion, and I think that's probably one of the worst things that's ever happened to the world. But what do I know?
I definitely say the military is the worst.
I don't know. The military is a tool, but religion has been the driving motivation behind all militaries. So
I'd say money's been the driving motivation for the military. That's what corrupts religion.
But Ramona, just let me ask this question. So I come from a Muslim background, right? And I immigrated to the U.S. A couple of years ago. And now I'm an American citizen. So imagine, look, I'm not even a politician. I'm nothing, right? I'm nothing. I'm just a simple citizen who goes to work and pay taxes, and that's it. Imagine I say, because I'm Muslim and because I'm Arab, I will do anything that benefit Saudi Arabia because it has Mecca and all Muslim sacred lands. So I will work for Saudi Arabia. And for the caliphate, imagine I say, I'm ready to work for the caliphate. What they're gonna do to me? They're gonna come, take me to jail, and they're gonna accuse me of terrorism. You know what I mean? I will be a terrorist. But a politician who was elected to serve us as American citizens, he can say, I'm here to bless Israel. And whoever blesses Israel, it will be blessed. He lies about the Bible. There is nothing. Look, I don't know who said, no, it's in Genesis. No, Genesis doesn't mention Israel. He said, whoever blesses Abraham will be blessed, and whoever curses you will be cursed. That's it. First of all, it's a lie. Second, imagine it's true. How can you say it? How can you say it? This is not a Christian country. Yes, it's a country with Christian majority, and it doesn't work with Christianity or your religion. You're here to work for the citizens. That's it. So imagine I say, I will work for the caliphate. Whatever the caliphate needs, I'm here to serve. And then I become a politician. And can you accept that?
That's still religion leading decision. It's not, it all comes down to what people's theology is what their theocracy and everything that they're raised to be. I mean, if you didn't have a religious faith, but you still worked for the people, you wouldn't have to be someone of a specific faith to be a good public servant. And that's what politicians are supposed to be, as a public servant. So they've got it all twisted up, and they've mixed in all their religious beliefs and feel that everybody else should agree with that belief because, that's what they think.
Don't worry, I'm
It's
still
hard.
here.
I don't believe in religion the same way people do. I mean, I don't believe in religion anyway. I just think that my spirituality is outside of organization. It's outside of a building or a set of rules and structures. I just believe I should be a good person and be good to other people, period.
Okay, let's get away from religion. What about...
Lisa,
What
you there?
Yes, come in.
I have another story for you if you wanted when they get done with their...
I'm sorry.
Cool.
I didn't mean to go left. I was
It's
saying,
okay,
I
Ramona.
think
We just get
No, it's
into
fine.
trouble.
It's after midnight.
it folds together. Yeah, I just think it folds together. It makes a big difference.
You won't be surprised, Lisa, to learn that it was a Boeing involved this time again.
Oh, God.
This one was bound for, where was it going? U.S. Flight 507 from San Francisco to Rome had to land in Keflavik Airport in Reykjavik. Yeah, near Reykjavik. They just started suddenly dropping from the sky.
Oh, shit.
They had, where'd it go? There's so many of these stupid pop-ups. I hate this shit. It was having mechanical issues. here it is. Here's what I was looking for. Sorry, this thing is just spinning. Passengers and crew are safe after the plane sent out a distress signal. It was a 26-year-old Boeing 777 departed San Francisco International at 5:03 p.m. on Saturday, June 21st, 8 hours into the trip. Halfway across the Atlantic Ocean, the plane descended rapidly to 21,000 feet. The crew made two decisions. First, to issue squawk code 7700, that's the international distress code, and second, to divert north to Iceland for an emergency landing. So they just started dropping thousands of feet. For
So
what?
we got cyber attacks on
We don't
international
know.
flights.
So if anybody was planning to fly, I just wanted to give you that little uplifting.
I'm in New York. I got a flight on Sunday. That's some bullshit.
Damn it.
I got a fly out on Sunday.
Why can't? Are we great again when we can't keep planes in the air? What's going on?
I don't know, but I got to fly out on
When
the
did this
7th.
start being a thing? Because people say, "Oh, this happens so many times." What? Huh? I'm confused.
I'm stay confused.
Can we have the planes great again? Can we make them fly?
April, don't get me started. They just started making yarmulkes that say "Make America Great Again."
No.
It is bad, y'all. It is bad. This is turning into like a Disney, like some sort of Disney nightmare Russia fantasy from hell. Like
It's the Tim Burton's version.
they really.
I seen a t-shirt that said MAGA equals Mexicans always get a press. And I thought that was so cute.
Oh,
I said I might get it.
Get a
I
what?
thought it was cute.
Mexicans
that's
always
good.
get a crest.
Oh, get a cross.
Get a
Grass.
cross. No,
Yeah, I
a
like that.
cross.
Yeah.
Oh,
Always
my
get a
bad.
cross. Yeah.
Oh, they get a
Cute.
cross. Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
That's cute, ain't it?
That is
That was
cute. I thought you said Mexicans always get a grass. I'm like, oh yeah. Jeez. Today they do.
They got a grass to them. One got a grass to the
The
street
fuck?
out there.
With that weed eater, man, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at
I
all.
hope he
Good
got
for
a few
him.
good licks in.
I bet. That string was wore the fuck out by the time they got a hold of him. Hopefully he had that one with the ridges on it. God. Ooh, Lord.
Of someone saying, reporting back from another news story they saw about that you can serve up to 20 years in federal prison for speaking against Israel now in 2025.
In Israel?
Publicly. No, in America. In
The
America. In America.
No.
Wow.
Ain't no fucking way. Yeah, that's too far.
That's
Probably
foul as
it.
hell.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Cause ain't no way. Mm-mm.
I know. Our First Amendment's been attacked, been under attack for fucking 20 years now, so.
Well, if it's the case, I'm going to jail because I'm going to say it. I'm going to do it anyway. So, there's that. Matter of fact, the fact that I can't say it is going to make me say it more.
Oh, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of them. I'm going to jail, y'all. So,
No,
write me a
no.
letter.
Bail money. We got to get a
Nah, just
GoFundMe
write-
already.
Just write me letters, put some money in my books because I'm going.
Okay.
Guess we going
That's
to
the
jail
case.
tonight.
Oh, no. Damn, I got to fly out on the 7th. That's not right, Miss April.
I got to fly out.
I'm sorry, Ramona. I'm
Sunday.
so sorry for you. The tried to
Damn.
keep the plane together.
But
Right
I gotta, no, but even worse, I got to fly to back home on Sunday. I'm in New York.
I fly out on the 7th and I fly back the 14th. I'm like, shoot.
Maybe some bullshit, April. Why would you say that to me?
That's
I
a
need to
3-day
go
When
somewhere.
break.
I said I had a plane, a story about a plane, did none of y'all speak up then before I told it?
I I was hoping it wasn't gonna be like that.
I wasn't listening. Damn. See, I gave a trigger warning.
I know. It'll be alright. I'll take my meds. I'll get on there. I'll be a good girl.
If it goes down and you survive, you can sue the shit out of both.
You got it, baby. And if it's my time, it's my time. I'll keep my cane and my purse handy. We'll see.
Okay, my last thing I'm gonna say is that they're saying that Diddy's not going to testify, and the defense is going to call no witnesses.
Really?
I'm still reading stuff over here. That's why I'm quiet. She won't testify at his bombshell trial, as defense makes shocking decision not to call witnesses.
Probably a better idea for him. I mean, could you imagine getting up on that stand?
That could be messed up if they lose, though. And then
I'm crazy.
Well, he thinks he's got it in the bag. You mean he's sitting up there like Pimp Daddy this whole time? I mean, the defense does have a couple of brain cells between them, though, because they ain't putting him up there on that stand. You know he'd open his mouth and fuck it all up. I don't know. I hope he doesn't think that orange dude's gonna just pardon him if he does get caught up.
So he kept his precious baby oil in a humidity-controlled storage.
Lord. They say something about him having travel-sized baby oil and lube.
Yeah, I guess to get on the plane.
Yeah, he had to slide on there or some shit. Oh,
you know you can only get on with a certain amount of...
I know. They made me throw my shampoo away last summer when I went to convention. I was like, my hair's 3 feet fucking long. I need 3 bottles of shampoo. Y'all crazy. The travel size, they're little. Oh, just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but that's the last thing that I saw.
And they're done with all their prosecutory witnesses?
Yeah, let me see, wasn't that today that they finished off today?
Oh, prosecution arrested today? Oh,
let me see. Wait a minute. Tuesday morning. Oh, wait. If somebody has to finish Tuesday, who's this? Combs' ex-girlfriend. With cap from the public and the press. Rule 2 graphic. Homeland Security agent Joseph Curciolo was on the stand. So whoever that is, he's coming back tomorrow. And closing argument. Oh wow! And the closing arguments have been set for Thursday. What? This Thursday? With each side slated to take 4 hours each side to do their closing. Are we done?
They wrapped this up a lot quicker than they thought.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Because at first they said 90 days, then they said 8 weeks. Now it's been what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I thought it was gonna last a little bit longer, but nope.
No, they gonna put this shit to bed.
How can the defense not call any witnesses? Like, Your Honor, we like the ones that we already had on, so we're not gonna call anymore.
It's because they know anybody else they pull up there's probably not gonna help. Or might hurt. Depends on who they have listed.
Oh, okay. All right, y'all. It's popcorn style. You go for it. I'm getting ready to.
They didn't call any witnesses. They didn't call any witnesses because they didn't want to be incriminating themselves, basically. That's why. So if they called any witnesses, they would have to testify of the truth. They would have to testify what they saw, what they did, what they experienced. So the best thing to do, the best defense, is not to have anybody testify on his defense because they would have to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, it probably hurt more than helped.
Yep.
Both the witnesses and Diddy.
Yep. Just like he wants to be on stand, he shouldn't testify either.
Oh, hell no.
A bad attorney will put you up there because if, they don't care, but he should have a good legal team that won't let him get up there and testify.
We gotta see if this is a good plan.
Sounds like the defense has done pretty much all they can do up to this point. They just gonna have to put their arguments together and leave it with the jury.
Yeah, if nothing else, he's getting time for that, for beating Cassie. All that other stuff, I don't think they proved a really good case with the RICO charges and with the, now with Cassie, and also, if he took her across state lines and they had the sex workers, that's trafficking. And you can't do that. That's where the RICO's coming in. Every other white people, I don't think people really resist.
Hey, can I ask a question? Hey, Ariel, listen, I know that you seem to have had different jobs since we've known you, but one of the jobs you said you had that you were in construction. Are you still in construction or no?
What does this have to do with the topic that we're discussing?
No, because I want to talk about how, are you getting a lot of construction contracts now that all the buildings have been destroyed? And I bet you're going to be very busy. You're going to make a lot of money, right?
So you just want to...
So no. Come on, let's talk factually. Let's not talk emotionally. Let's just talk factually. I mean, there's a lot of destruction in Tel Aviv and Haifa. So, I mean, are you still in construction? Are you getting a lot of calls to get estimates on the work that you can do?
Now you get it, Zero. Now you get it, bro.
Are you there? I mean, Ariel, are you there? You're in construction, right? I mean, you should be getting a lot of calls. You guys should be very busy right now.
Zero, I just want to know how Ariel knows that people were starving in Gaza before this. He's never been there.
What was your hold up, Marley,
I said, how did you said there was no kids or there was no people starving in Gaza before this. I didn't say. No, you said that. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry, let me rephrase that. You're right. You said they were starving in Gaza before this. How do you know that?
It was a blockade, bro. What you talking about? They were 100%. They going in. They weren't before they were. No.
No, they weren't. No, but they weren't.
Let's let these other Arios answer.
Go ahead, Ario.
Clearly.
No, go ahead.
Happen to know.
Go ahead.
You're asking me just to make sure. You're asking me how did I know that they were starving?
Yes, before this.
Okay, well, common knowledge, and also on top of it being common knowledge, in the department that I work in, we're privy to this information. It's not a secret, and it may be hard for you to understand because you're, 20,000 miles away?
Bro, just get this. Wait. Listen, Ariel, I spoke to you without being condescending. Can you please just answer the question? You didn't need to say that.
I literally answered.
Okay, so
the department that I work in.
Okay, but you accuse the other person of never being in Gaza, just like some San Francisco ladies. Yet you have never been in Gaza. So what are you talking about?
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm telling you, why would you say that to him when you yourself have not been in Gaza? You just said it's common knowledge.
How do you know I've never been?
Because you haven't, bro. I spoke to you last time, and the way you said you went into Gaza wasn't even the way. That's not. You didn't even give me a clear answer. You couldn't give. Don't call me sweetheart, bro. I'm not gay. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Neither am
I'm
I.
not gay.
It's a Charlie
Okay,
deal.
don't do that. No, it's not. I don't want to hear it like that.
Okay, well,
Listen,
let me tell you
Gay people say that.
last time when I asked you how you got in Gaza, it wasn't a clear answer. It was just some vague ass shit.
I'm gonna tell you something. First and foremost, you can believe what you want because you are a non-factor to this entire issue. And second
What'd you say?
of all,
Wait, what? I didn't hear you.
I said you can believe what you'd like to believe because you are a non-factor to
You don't know that.
entire issue.
You don't know that.
Hold on.
You don't know that.
Hold on,
You don't know that.
Hold on, my friend. Hold on, my
I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
Okay, well, hold on, Mozzie.
All right.
As far as I'm concerned, in my personal assessment, from what little I know about you from this app, you are a non-factor to the bigger picture. And also, if you honestly believe that I'm going to tell you the intimate details of the work that I do,
I didn't ask for that.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. If you honestly believe that I'm going to give you intimate details about what I do privately over this wiretap, you're gravely mistaken. So with all of that being said, you can honestly believe whatever you'd like.
I want to go back to your. I want to go back to your construction company, dog. I want to go back to your construction company. I mean, are you guys at least contacting like the mayor of Haifa? I mean, come on, you should be doing a lot of business right now. You shouldn't even have time to be on Clubhouse. I mean, you should be ready to get a lot of contracts to do a lot of work. There's a lot of buildings that have been destroyed by Iran. You should be out there making money. I mean, a lot of money. What's going on, man? Talk to us about the construction that's going to be going on.
Zero, he's doing jihad. So
The only thing that I can, hold on please, the only thing, Zero, that I can tell you is that you're a poor listener and that you are subject to your imagination, and I hope that works out well for you.
Are you, but listen, you said you had a construction company. What do you do for a living then? Because I know you had a lot of different jobs. You worked in a restaurant, you got hit by a door at a restaurant in the face and stuff, but when we first talked to you, I remember you said you were in construction. And if you're in construction right now, it's the constructions. I mean, you're sitting on construction heaven right now. Iran has given you like the best you can ever have in the construction business right now. You should be blessing Iran. You should be if you're in construction, you should be blessing Iran for giving you all this business.
Okay, well, Zero, I'm going to tell you what. If you would like to believe that Haifa is destroyed, if you would like to believe that I work in construction, if you'd like to believe that I train circus seals in my free time, feel free, my friend.
That'll be dope.
You're a non-factor in the situation. You're a non-factor, so anybody else with a question?
I have a question. Kevin.
I got a question. Go ahead first. Go.
So is Netanyahu?
Is this a serious question or is it an anecdotal question?
No, it's a very serious question. Because I have it for a long time. Is Netanyahu using starvation as a tool to force Palestinians to give up the hostages?
I don't know. You'd have to ask his work happened. I'm not a part of it.
No, I mean, what do you think?
Well, what I think doesn't matter because opinions don't matter.
Bro, he cannot answer that because he will go to jail. So,
I got a question for you. Why you guys bombing the shit out of the hospital and killing?
I beg your pardon?
Why are you guys bombing the shit out of the hospital and killing children?
What's the last hospital that we bombed?
So they bombed the Gaza hospitals. No, the Turkey one. It was a Turkey. It was a Turkey hospital.
Well, that's not a fair question. He doesn't know that. What kind of question is that? Even if you get you,
because he's never been to Gaza, right? Because he's never been to Gaza.
But also, on top of that, I understand why you guys are asking these questions. You're asking these questions because you all are observers while I'm a participant, and you like your imagination. And
you don't know that. You don't know that.
I do know that.
Why are you imagination? No, you don't. You guys killed 55,000 innocent people, and you say it's imagination.
Hey, yo, this nigga drone.
I do want to add something. Yeah, one second, Noah. I do want to add something here. So, earlier, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said there's no agreement on ceasefire with Israel, but that Tehran will halt attacks if Israel stops its illegal aggression by 4 a.m. local time. Israel is yet to comment publicly. 4 a.m. local time. What time is it in Iran right now?
9 o'clock. 10 past 9.
It's like 9, 10 a.m.
10 past 9.
and they've been attacking, right, Armin?
I don't know. I haven't.
No, my mother said Tehran is very quiet. Tehran is very quiet. There is no attack.
Since 4 a.m., Beishan?
So 3:30 there was few very strong attacks. After 4 there has been no attacks.
Exactly. So it was like 4:15 that Iran launched like the P-14 ballistic missiles, and after that, I think the truce or ceasefire is in place. I'm not quite sure.
There was no ceasefire.
I don't think so either.
So Israel hasn't came out yet. This criminal, what's his name, Netanyahu, war criminal, hasn't came out yet with any statements. And Trump is begging. Trump said, "Please do not violate it." He urges both sides not to violate it. We all know who's a repeat offender of violation. I mean, it's always Israel. The Zionist entity.
962 times. 962 times.
Yep. Lebanon, Syria, and a whole bunch of other, Gaza, West Bank, everywhere, man.
I mean, do you have any information or any updates on Rabbi Shmuley and his daughter's sword?
I'm gonna have to dive into it. His shop got shot by Iran. Thanks to Iran, his dildo shop is down.
That was his daughter's dildo shop, right? Was promised to him.
Yeah, but
his daughter 3,000.
He funded daughter's shop though. I mean, I wonder, after this, what Iran did to that dildo shop, I wonder if they're sitting down on a table and saying, with Black Rabbi knows Rabbi Shmuley inside Israel. If they're sitting on a table with, Black Rabbi and Rabbi Shmuley and the daughter, how was your business? What just happened? He started crying about the dildo shop. Can you imagine?
What? That's so sad. That dildo shop was promised to him like 3,000 years ago.
Guys, have you seen the
They have insurance. They have insurance, guys.
I saw a video right now on gay people in Israel having a party in the bunker. That's fun.
Oh my God, Ariel, were you in there?
Ariel is busy with his boyfriend.
No, Armin, guys, just now, there are about 60,000 Israelis have now taken shelter in Cyprus, and some Israelis are already thinking, did God promise Cyprus to us? Should we occupy Cyprus?
It's gonna turn into a fun.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, zero. I'm not joking.
Then you go.
So Cyprus.
You're kidding, really? Oh my God.
Cyprus was, promised as a suburb of the promised land.
Fayaz, the sad thing is when they came to Palestine the first time, they came through Cyprus, and now they're going back through Cyprus. So I think they want Cyprus.
And you know what? Last week, Philippines tightened the visa regulations for the Israelis. Because wherever Israelis go, they create a havoc. They
Dude,
try to
they kicked out 109 countries, not only the Philippines, 109.
Yeah, in Philippines, the government has tightened the regulations, the visa norms for Israelis, because they have been creating a lot of problem wherever they go. The same thing happened 2 months ago in Thailand. Thailand government tightened the visa regulations. They asked some of the Israelis to leave the country and so on. In fact, Thailand, the Israeli ambassador in Thailand was called by their foreign ministry and told to, speak to his people in order not to create havoc in the places where they stay. And there are about 70,000 Israelis in Thailand.
Can you substantiate any and all of this with proof, please?
Sorry? Somebody said something?
Can you
Contact your embassy.
that you said with
Contact your nearest embassy.
No, you just have to follow. You just have to follow Haaretz. This information is from Haaretz.
so then post the articles.
No. I'm not going to do that honor for you.
It's because you're lying.
I mean, come on, Ariel.
It's because you're lying.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay if I'm lying.
Okay that you're lying. It's not okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay if you. It's okay if you think I am lying.
No, I know.
And here is another point, Ariel. See, literally, Israelis live off.
And now you're screaming because you're corn.
Okay, now that you have muted,
You are so hateful.
Mazi, can I ask you a question, brother? Are you
slowly? I mean, let me complete what I have to tell.
Mazi, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So I've got a question for you, brother. If your friend, that's hypotheticals, right? If your friend got kicked out of like 109 companies that he was working for, and then is that your company's problem, that 109 companies, or is that your friend's problem, or is your friend?
Nah, at that point, it's my friend's fault.
Okay.
No, I mean it's the 109 companies.
What does that have to do with the simple fact that there's
Because your people got kicked out of 109 countries, and I think there's something wrong with you.
Okay, so what's the solution as far as you're concerned, and how are you going to enact?
Go back to Poland, go back, be less chosen. You are too chosen, be less chosen.
According to Talmud, they are superior, and the other. Okay, I'm gonna respond. According to Talmud, you guys are like superior, and the other people are inferior, right? Listen, you know. So why do you have this?
Tell me about a book that you can't even read.
Stop interrupting. You wanna occupy me?
No, you're telling me about a book that you can't even read.
Look,
You wanna occupy this one?
You know what?
Listen, I will give Ariel a bit of credit though. I would never go in a Zionist
It's
room.
not needed. It's not needed.
I would never go in a Zionist room and just take on everybody. I gotta give him that.
Because you're pussy.
I'm with you, Mazi.
Nah, because I just don't want to deal with Zionists and xenophobia. I don't want.
Oh, poor baby. You'll be okay.
Nah, I won't. I don't want to be around that. I don't like being around negative energy. Maybe you.
Ariel, you're a baby killer. You're nothing else than a baby killer.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry guys, I gotta correct myself. It's not 109. Now it's recently one country added to the list. It's 110 countries now.
Baby killer.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
And we will see what Hashem. What
killing
your brother, Hashem?
So you all wanna continue talking to the baby killers, and he's admitting it.
Oh man,
I mean,
there's no way.
you guys are so easy to manipulate, and I just love it. I really do.
know.
I'm in the process of cooking a bird. Right?
Yeah,
I'm in the process of cooking chicken.
Let's, I think Mr. Fayaz wants to chime in. Go on.
Ariel, I'm just.
Am I audible? I have an issue with my.
Ariel, I'm just happy.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Am I audible?
Hang on.
Okay. Okay, today I had a chat with a Jewish person. Okay, he's a nice guy. I met him for the first time today on this app, and Ludwig was there in that room, and I think Royal was also there in that room, and we were having a chat with him, and this is what he told me. Okay, he understands the pain that the Palestinians are going through. But he says that according to Exodus 23, he quoted this scripture, Exodus 23, verse 30 and 31, God gave this land to the Israelites, and God also said that nobody else should live on that land. So he says, according to him, that whatever is happening to the Palestinians, he disagrees with that. He feels the pain that they are going through right now. But he says that it is their fault that they are there. They should have left already. And he also thinks that God has entrusted this dirty work of getting rid of the Palestinians to Netanyahu. So when we blame Netanyahu, we are actually blaming God, because it's not Netanyahu who is doing it. It's God who has entrusted this dirty job to Netanyahu to fulfill his wish, that is God's wish. No, I am not making this up because I did not know something like Exodus 23 existed. I read the Exodus 23, I googled it, and I see that it is written in Exodus 23, verse 30-31, that the non-Israelites should not be allowed to live there. It is there in Exodus 23. But for somebody to come and say this 3,000 years later, that Netanyahu is doing God's work, the dirty job is entrusted to Netanyahu, is something that it is really shocking. We keep talking about so many terrorist organizations, extremist Islamists, and so on. Here, this guy is a normal guy. I mean, he talks nicely. He's literally a 21st century guy. Okay? If you talk to him about science, he will talk to you about science. If you talk to him about medicine, he will talk to you about medicine. He believes that God entrusted this dirty job to Milokovsky, Netanyahu, and that is what he is doing. It is not Netanyahu's fault. The more I listen to these people, I really do not know, where we are headed in this world. Okay, we criticize ISIS for such views, but then we also recognize that ISIS is a terrorist organization. When they do certain things, we call them terrorists. But here is a guy who's a normal guy, like, you could be having coffee with him in a cafe tomorrow. I would not know his thoughts on this. He's the guy who's saying, there's no point in blaming Netanyahu because he's just he's carrying out God's will. I have no arguments with these people, man. I really don't know how to argue with these people.
But what about
they are saying that
what
it's
God
an
told him
indicate.
about Iran? Just a minute. What God told him about Iran? Why he bombed Iran?
No, I didn't ask him all that question because when he gave me this explanation, to be honest, I did not know how to respond to him, how to counter him, what to tell him, and so on.
That's why he.
Because how do you counter somebody who sincerely believes that
I
God?
tell you what to ask him. I tell you how to ask him. You ask him why, if Israel is supposed to have all this land, how come Israel is such a tiny land, and all this Middle East is covered by Muslims and Arabs? You should ask him that. Maybe he has an answer for you. And then, after he talk about something about Talmud, maybe you can ask him about Hadiths. Maybe you have to talk about Hadiths, because Hadiths have a lot more to say about this kind of stuff that is going to surprise you, right? Like Al-Bukhari, right? You want to talk about Al-Bukhari stuff, or you want to talk about one guy that you
based on Hadith, listen, based on Hadith, no country was occupied. So we say because Hadith said that I'm killing 55,000 people.
The Hadith, they say that the Mahdi comes, find the Jew behind the tree and alive him, kill him. That's what the Hadith
So
says.
that's what it say. Okay, that's according to that's what it said. If Hadith caused the killing of 55,000 people, innocent children, innocent
No, your Khamenei is complicit in murdering. Your Khamenei is complicit in murdering 600,000. If you
where did you get that number from? Would you put the website that is saying 600,000 people got killed by Khamenei? Where did you get that number from?
Your Khamenei murdered.
So no, that's a complete lie. So stop talking nonsense. And if you have any reference, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. You're lying.
Can I talk to Bruce? Can I talk to Bruce, please? Can I talk to Bruce?
Yes.
Bruce, before I talk to you about the Hadith, I want you to tell me, do you agree with this gentleman that I was talking about, who says that Exodus 23, who quotes Exodus 23 to justify Netanyahu, kicking out the Palestinians out of Gaza and the West Bank? Do you agree with that?
No, but out of 15 million...
No. I'm asking you. No. We will not. I will not listen.
I don't agree.
You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm asking you a simple question. Do you agree?
No.
Yes or no?
The answer is
fine.
no. But out of 15 million, you can find 1 in a 10,000 Jew who says a stupid thing like that. But out of 2 billion Muslims, how many of them are Jew haters? Out of half of them are Jew haters.
Bruce,
if you want to have
a conversation, you need to use your fingers also to mute yourself. That's very important in a conversation.
Let's have a dialogue, not a monologue.
I'm trying to have a dialogue.
Go ahead.
So you disagree with him, which is good. Okay?
Yes.
You disagree with him. I also
agree with the hadith. Yeah, I agree with the hadith that you should find a Jew behind every tree.
No, that's a fallacy, Bruce.
One minute.
Let me Jing, he addressed me. I got to respond. So you're saying like people got killed under Khamenei's rule, right? And you're saying like the people in Iran got kicked out because Khamenei is ruling the country, right? What happened to the Gaza? Listen. What happened to the Palestine? How many people have been displaced? How many people got kicked?
Do not.
You said 600,000. That's complete bullshit.
Yeah. No, it's not. You go Google.
Okay, I go Google it.
And then
put any reference you have, any credible reference you have, put it in the chat.
Google it and see how many Houthis have died because of you. 150,000. And see how many Iraqis have died because of it. And see how many, all kind of ethnics have died because of your government. Are you proud of your Khamenei government?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's shit.
So great. Well, you're killing 55,000 people, including children, and anyone pointing that out, they're anti-Semitism, they're Jew haters and stuff.
No, we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
So when we talk about it, we are Jew haters?
No, they're not. They're not. Let's talk about it.
Okay, guys, let's give the mic to Dex. Then I wanted to say something, but anyway, I'll wait for Dex to complete, and then I want to address Bruce.
Yes.
Go ahead, Dex.
Last news was 1 minute ago. Israeli politics tells you not to stop the ceasefire. 1 minute ago.
You mean Israel does not agree to ceasefire? Is that what you're saying?
1 minute ago they said no to ceasefire.
So that's 673 counting. Violation of truce and ceasefire.
I know the Iranian Muslims are praying for Bibi Netanyahu to come and finish this Khamenei's government.
Who says that? Someone from Reza Sanfi. You live in Beverly Hills and you are delusional.
Go in the rooms of
You're delusional, dude.
Go look at the rooms in Clubhouse.
Like 5 rooms in Clubhouse. They represent the entire Iranian, 92 million Iranian.
Muslim Iranian.
It represents 92 million Iranian inside
Netanyahu bomb us, kill us, and just give us freedom. You're just begging him just to bomb us, killing people, and just
You mean 90 million Iranians. 1 minute, Armin.
Please on your job, Thomas.
Armin,
if Netanyahu doesn't finish the job, you will see what Khamenei will do to the people. They mark my word.
Can you mute up, Bruce?
Don't finish the job, you will see what Khamenei is going to do.
Bruce, can you stay muted, please? Dex also, thank you. 90 million Iranians. There are 90 million Iranians. Okay, the population of Iran is 90 million. And Bruce says Iranians are rooting for Bibi Netanyahu to come and bomb them so that they can be liberated.
Not to bomb them, to get rid of Khamenei. Not to bomb them, to get rid of Khamenei. Really.
So how does Netanyahu get to Khamenei without bombing Iran?
They're going to bomb the Sepah, they're going to bomb the Basijis, they're going to bomb the enemy of the people.
You cannot talk on behalf of people of Iran. You are one person. You can give your own opinion. You cannot. Oh yeah, for sure. I never said that. You were the one that claimed that shit. I didn't claim anything. You were the one that claimed it. And once you claim it, just listen to me. Just once you claim something, you have to have a proven like something that in order to back your claims, but you don't have anything.
Bruce, can I ask you a question? Why would I don't care if the people in Iran are pro-government, anti-government, Muslim, Zoroastrian, atheist. Why would anybody within Iran want an outside force as hostile as Israel to come and bomb their country? This is just. It's just I don't understand your logic. I don't understand because no matter what I see. Well, let me just finish. One second. So I get your logic of what you want the aim for Israel to be, but you know that it's going to risk so many lives and so many innocent Iranian lives. Your brothers, my sisters, your sisters are going to die. I don't care what side you're on.
Mazi, how many lives do you think Iranian people have to give in order for them to have a successful revolution to get rid of this occupying government who's been occupying Iran for 47 years, have destroyed people's lives, has spent trillions of dollars on these bullshit nuclear facilities. How many people do you think have to die?
I don't have that. I don't have that hypothetical number.
It's going to cost 200,000. It's going to cost 200,000 Iranian lives to get rid of this.
You just said 600,000. How did you lower the number from 600,000?
600,000 was in Syria. Is what you killed in Syria.
So you make up numbers yourself, huh?
Bruce, you said
how about if you want to prove your point? How about you say like 5 billion people?
Bruce, you said 600,000 in Iran.
People have died in Syria, you know nothing. If you don't know anything about 10 billion,
the capital for your Shah. Nobody cares. You go. Why you want other people die for your Shah?
No, I don't want anybody to die. I'm just telling you what's going on the ground. I just tell you how desperate people.
You are not representing. You are not representing people in the inside.
Neither you.
You can give your opinion. Okay, I never claimed that, but you are claiming the shit.
Armin, let Nima speak.
Hey, Bruce, so you think, you just see the rhythm of the Netanyahu. What's happening in Iraq? What's happening in Libya? What's happening? Every country invades. What's happened to those countries? You always say, okay, because people of Iran, people of Iraq, people of, Lebanon, we are coming for you. We are coming to save you. And what happened? And did you see his plan for Iran? They're just saying it. We're going to make Iran for peace. We're going to put the partition on Iran and
you are right. You are right.
So that's a freedom for you?
Let me tell you what you're right about. Netanyahu doesn't give a shit about Iranian people. I know that and you know that. But they said the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The government of Iran is the enemy of the people and is the enemy of Israel. That's what joins Israel and Iranian people, nothing else. Okay, the enemy of
so you take on the country is ripped apart. The courts can't take their own part. The tourists can't take their own part. The Arabs come and do it the same. And you're okay with that. You know what happened to Afghanistan and Iraq, right?
If you treat them well, you do.
That's what you care. It's just putting the Reza Stahli over there. You want to put the Reza Stahli and you're gonna be happy, right?
If you mistreat Kurdish people, they want to separate. If you mistreat Baluchis, they want to separate. If you mistreat Iranian Arabs, they want to separate. If you treat people well, why would they want to leave? They've been proud Iranians all this time. Mistreat them and they want separatism. They don't want separatism. That's what the government's scaring you, saying that if I go down, this country is going to.
So let me ask you this then. That's part of. Wait, hold on, please. I'll finish on that. Saying like a minute. Listen. So you're saying like courts during Shah they were not mistreated, but why during the war the courts wanted like saying their own part? Respond to that. When? During the Shah, Chamran, right? Chamran went to the west side of Iran in order to fight courts and listen. That's the time to listen. So you say Shah was fine, right? And what they were treating people right, right? So what? Look. So why they wanna listen? Why they wanna take their own part and keep their country apart?
Shah also mistreated them. You go to Kurdistan, everywhere else they had electricity. A lot of Kurdistan parts they had no electricity.
So
what is the difference between
Kurdistan? Based on your logic, anyone is mistreated, they have a right to rip the country apart, right? So Iran is going to be a super small country because some of the people they were mistreated according to you.
Bruce, don't talk about Kurdistan, but you don't know how we live here. I'm living in Kurdistan now, so don't talk about Kurdistan, how we live, how we have it all.
Where? You're Kurdistan from where?
I'm from Kurdistan, I'm from Iraq.
Iraq, Kurdistan. Okay, what about it? I didn't say anything about Kurdistan.
Yeah, Bruce, you're representing courts.
No, I don't understand what his comment was.
You do it. I get your point. You have a grudge against the current regime, and you want to overthrow it and topple the regime. At any cost, even the country is fall apart, if the country is ripped apart, you don't care. You don't
Nobody
care.
scares you. That's what they say.
No, you don't care. No, I'm not scared. That's throughout the history. You know, Persia Empire was way bigger than this. And throughout the story, that happened and the country ripped apart. Everybody took their own part. And it's going to happen again. That's not scaring me. Okay, so,
Iran will
you know,
not separate.
history repeats itself, right? And it's going to happen again.
Iran is a
Listen,
country.
you know how many groups out there waiting for the time in order to rip the country apart, and you don't get it because you have a grudge
That's
against the
what the government scaring you with. I can't even IRGC. You're not ashamed in front of people to say I support this government. Even the ones who support the government are in hiding. They don't say it out loud.
So it's not binding. It's not binding. Listen, it's you saying like if you're not against, I could be against the current regime, but I'm not advocating that someone bombing the shit out of my country, killing my own people. Okay, wait, hold on.
You said you support it.
No. I say when it comes, listen. When it comes to war, and when it comes, they want to come and rip apart my country. I stand against this shit.
Who wants to rip apart your country?
Okay, I just told you. You don't want to listen.
Okay, guys, you've been having a long talk. Let me tell you something, Bruce. You just said that you are okay with Netanyahu because he's your enemy's enemy. So an enemy's enemy makes him a friend of yours. Even though you also said that you are not in support of Netanyahu, you also realize that Netanyahu doesn't really love Iranians. He's doing it for himself. So if there are two enemies, I will not shake hands with one of them just because I have another enemy. If it means my family, my people, my land, my country will be affected by it.
Which government cares about Iranian people? You tell me which government.
Bruce, why do you
just like anybody else? They don't care about their own people. I wish Khamenei was like Netanyahu.
Why do you have to come off? Don't get emotional, okay? You don't like the Khomeini, it's fine. Somebody else, Armin likes Khomeini, fine. It's okay with that.
So we are all okay with you. Days are numbered. I promise you. I bet you $1 million that the days are numbered. Is it possible? They were running away. They got on the plane and they ran away.
It's okay, Bruce. Wait, 1 minute. Guys, can I complete what I wanted to say? So here's the point, Bruce. Here's the point. Whatever you say, it is you who's saying this, okay? If there has to be a change in the government of Iran, it has to come from within. Because as we have seen in Libya, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and many other places, US and Israel do everything because as long as it helps them, as long as it benefits them.
It does
they have never.
You're right. I am agreeing with you. Can you just facilitate the atmosphere? Just create the atmosphere for the people to overthrow. I tell you. I just want to understand my point.
No, you just have to listen in order to be able to understand other people's point so that we can understand yours. Okay? Don't come off the mic, Bruce. So US said the same thing. US and Israel and all their allies said the same thing about Iraq. We'll get rid of Saddam Hussein and the whole of Iraq will be converted into a paradise. Every Iraqi will be happy. What happened? After killing 1 million Iraqis and annihilating another 1 to 2 million indirectly and occupying Iraq, what have they done for Iraqis? Nothing. Literally some politics. They are still occupying Iraq, stealing the oil, created a...
What does that have to do with Israel? What does Iraq has to do with Israel? Iran and Iraq killed millions of each other. What are you talking about?
They're taking money from us. What are you talking about?
Bruce, the same thing is going to happen if if Israel and America take over.
They will not. They cannot take over. Iran is a great country. It's a huge country.
Do you think
no boots will be on the ground? No boots will be on the ground in Iran. Hear my voice.
No, they don't. They don't have to be American boots or Israeli boots on the ground.
So they're not
There are enough people opposed to the regime in Iran, within Iran, like you live abroad, the others are there, so they will be made to do things, unpleasant things on behalf of.
They forced the people to demonstrate, and that when they were shooting them in the eyes and stuff. They throw acid in the girl's face when they're not wearing the hijab.
See, I have never read these things anywhere in any media. If you have any evidence of that, share them.
That's hypocrisy. Listen, these guys are complete hypocrites. You are okay. 800 people so far got killed by Israel, but you are advocating those people, and I do so, that people in Iran got shot in their face. My heart goes for them. But you are okay with getting killed 800 people by Israel, right? So you are a hypocrite, two-faced man.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Even if you're not a hypocrite, you're contradicting yourself.
I got you good, man. You're a complete hypocrite.
No, he's contradicting us.
What about Israel supporting terrorism in Iran, giving them bombs? They're doing car bombs and all of this stuff.
He's okay with it because it fits his narrative. But he's not okay.
Israel is doing? Why do you think Israel?
What do you mean why?
Why do you think it's them?
Why does it start?
You should like that. This is part of your culture. You should like that car bombing.
What culture? I'm not Persian. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. The Persians are not into that.
They're doing it. They captured them.
And even the people who came and shot the people in the eyes was.
Yes, I know. Your heart goes for them, but at the same time, you're advocating some other countries, foreigners, killing your own people, and you say it's okay. Israel did that. My enemies is my friend. You are a fucking hypocrite, dude. Get off this.
Yeah.
And you the Persians never did any sin,
Let's talk in a month. Let's gather all together in a month.
This is the same thing Israelis say. Blame everything on Hamas, and Israel did nothing. This is the same thing for you. The Persians, we never did anything wrong. It was all the Muslims.
Bruce, I've got another question. Why Israel was killing people in hospital and bombing the shit out of the hospitals?
They were not.
Okay.
First of all, according to Geneva Convention, if a terrorist goes and starts making a hospital, a ground, a place for fight, that...
Okay, wait, hold on here. If you see a school shooter in a school, would you bomb the shit out of the school in order to kill the school shooter? Respond that.
If the guy send missiles out of the...
Respond that. There is a school shooter in a school. You bomb the shit out of the entire school and killing children in order to get that.
No, they were shooting missiles in the war.
You don't have any response for that.
Show evidence of missiles for every single school. Show evidence for missiles for every single
You're fucking bullshit.
Bruce, hold on, Bruce, hold on.
If they wanted to kill all the Palestinians, how many bombs Israel has dropped in Palestine? Do you know? 200,000.
Bruce,
how many bombs each bomb can kill?
Bruce, what we're saying is this, and guys, you can correct me if I'm wrong. We're just saying be consistent. You can't say that this is happening and at the same time disregard what Israel is doing and killing Iranians, and also what Israel is doing.
You know why he's not consistent? Because it doesn't fit his narrative. Sorry, Tomas.
No, it's fine. I was done.
Let's talk about Gaza.
Okay, you don't want to walk down that street on this room, but go ahead at your own risk.
You choose the subject, we walk it. You want to talk about Gaza? We talk about Gaza.
Good luck, bro. Good luck on this stage.
How many houses were bombed in Gaza? This is the first question.
Every single house that there was.
Okay, for every single house, what is the... Okay, I heard you. So what is the justification for this?
I'll explain to you. Did you know in an average, urban warfare. The number of combatants to civilians is how many? And
That's not my question. I'm not talking about the combatants. I'm talking about the houses.
This is the urban warfare.
I'm talking about the houses. Listen to the question. 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 I know you want to run away. No.
No, I'm here. I'm
talking about Gaza. Okay, listen. What is the justification? Listen. What is the justification for destroying every single house? You said they destroyed every single house. So what is the justification?
Urban warfare. It's the urban warfare.
So it says if it's urban warfare, you can destroy every house. Is that the justification?
You compare that to other urban warfare.
That's not how it works.
Israel
Syria is terrorist. Syria is terrorist. So you're saying the IDF and the Israeli government are also terrorists?
Khamenei was a terrorist that destroyed Syria.
I'm not talking about Khamenei. Stop running around. Stop running.
He's shifting from Hamas to Khamenei.
No, you're talking about Syria.
Listen. I told you Gaza, number one, and then you said you have to compare it to Syria. Then I said Syria is terrorist, then you're telling me no. Khamenei is also terrorist. I'm not talking about Syria or Khamenei. I'm talking about Gaza.
What U.S. did in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and what happened in Syria, you have to...
It's not the same.
Urban warfare.
Okay, listen. The USA did not destroy every single house in Fallujah. USA did not destroy... No, they didn't. Listen carefully. They did not destroy every house in Fallujah. They did not destroy every house in Baghdad. They did not destroy every house in Kirkuk.
I'll prove to you they did worse.
Provide the picture. Go ahead.
I'll prove to you they did worse.
When you raise your voice, that doesn't mean you're right, bro. We are here, right? So please, listen. If you cannot control yourself,
provide a picture like Gaza. Provide a picture like
you should control yourself. You cannot just come up on the stage and start shouting at everyone, bro.
No.
That doesn't mean you're right. You want to occupy me? You want to bomb my house because I don't agree with you?
The number of civilians.
I'm talking about civilians. You're moving the goalposts again.
Civilians
You're moving the goalposts. Stick to the question. Stick to the question. No, I'm not talking about combatants. I'm not talking about combatants. Stop moving the goalposts. Stop running from the question. Stop running from the question. Stop running from the question.
So Bruce, respond that. Listen, Benjamin Netanyahu he's been a convicted felon. He's a convicted war criminal, which is killed 55. He is convicted. He has an arrest warrant. Listen, arrest warrant on 137 countries. So he is a convicted. He is a convicted war criminal. And how do you justify that? Since you're Reza Satsi, your guy saying that support.
He is not convicted.
You're running away from the question. The question originally was about the houses.
You cannot ask false questions.
You're talking about the combatants. I'm not talking about the
according to international court, he's been a convicted war criminal.
No, he's not convicted. You're wrong.
He hasn't been convicted.
Yes, you're wrong.
It's like talking to a wall. You deny everything, you deny truth, and you run away. Stick to the question. I'm talking about Gaza. Listen with your ears, not with your mouth. Listen.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about the houses in Gaza. You said they destroyed every single house. This is your words, okay? I'm talking about the houses in Gaza. Stick to the question. Don't talk about Syria. Don't talk about Khamenei. Don't talk about Iraq. I'm talking about Gaza and the houses. You're talking about combatants. Don't talk about combatants. Talk about the houses. Talk about the infrastructure.
I will not. I'll talk about that. Are you ready to listen? Okay. Like you know, Hamas has created 350 miles of like subway underground tunnels that pops up in every household, every mosque, every hospital, every kindergarten, every school, and every entity. So you know, when they go to get these terrorists out of these rats.
So you didn't respond that. If you want to get a school to the government school, listen. Because he said that before. I didn't respond my question.
Let me finish.
You don't let me finish. I'm responding to you.
You keep talking. It's really talking nonsense. You didn't respond my one question.
I am responding to Lee, and then I respond to whatever you have. No problem.
So your logic is like killing people under the hospital and kindergarten, right? So you want to get that school shooter from the school, you kill him, you bomb the hell out of the school.
Armin, wait. Go ahead, Bruce. You finished? Okay, so your answer is they connected all of the houses with tunnels, right?
The reason is when they see a house that terrorists was shooting out of, they have to attack that house, and then the terrorists will go under the tunnel and pop up from another house. So they have to go attack the other house. Then the terrorists will go under another tunnel
and
pop
this
up
is
in the school.
whack-a-mole. You think this is whack-a-mole, right? Okay, just 1 second. Pause for a second, okay? So number one, okay, this was last year. They said over 400,000 houses were destroyed in Gaza, okay? Before the war started, we know that there was 40,000 Hamas. This is numbers from Israel. They claimed they killed 20,000 Hamas 6 months ago, okay? So what you are saying, right, for each Hamas member, they're hiding in 10 houses, okay? They're hiding in 10 houses. 40,000, yes. Just 1 second. 40,000 times 10, you have 400,000, okay? This was 1 year ago. This is not even today.
That's not what I said. That's
not
what I said.
This
I
is
said
how
the same terrorist goes to one house. When they attack and ruin that house, it goes in the tunnel, and the same terrorist goes to the next house and comes out and starts shooting from the
according
second
to the numbers, right? If IDF kills every single Hamas, right? That means for each house that they destroyed, they killed 10 houses for one Hamas.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
Just wait. I heard you talk for 2 minutes. Calm down. Mute. Let me finish. Okay? If they go from house to house, right? That means each Hamas member is going to 10 different houses, and then eventually the IDF kills them. Okay? 40,000 times 10 is 400,000. But why is Hamas still there? Right? That means they destroyed 400,000 homes, and Hamas is still there. That means it's pointless. That means it's pointless.
Okay, that's number one. Wait, let me finish. One house to another.
Okay. Just 1 second. I want you to realize how stupid you sound. Okay?
No, you sound stupid.
Just calm down. It's okay. They're going from house to house, and IDF is just watching them. They have drones flying 24/7. That's number one. Number two, the weapons that they have, they can actually see inside every single building. IDF is able to see inside every single building using infrared and other technologies. That's number one. Number two, hold on, just 1 second. Number two, if you're saying, let me finish. If you're saying, hold on, just put it in the chat. Look, if you're saying Hamas is in this building, right? Let's say the first house. The IDF already sees inside the house. They see how many kids are there. They see how many mothers. They destroy this house. If they destroy this house, then the Hamas members would die. How is the Hamas member running from this house
will not die,
to the next
because
house?
Hamas would go down in the tunnel, go walk
Okay. Let's say Hamas is going. Okay, listen. If Hamas is going in the tunnel, then why the hell are you blowing up the house? Why don't you go inside the tunnel?
Because when the guy was in the house, the house got attacked, and Hamas went like a rat in the tunnel and came out of another house.
Yeah, you think this is a video game, whack-a-mole? You know, the Hamas going here, jumping here. They have advanced weapons.
Yeah.
It's just an excuse to make yourself feel good about destroying over 500,000 houses. You sound retarded.
Guys, Netanyahu has completely going and said we have an agreement of ceasefire now.
So he accepted?
Yeah, he's what the media in Sweden said, told me that he's going out and told the media. I don't know.
He was begging for it. Listen,
in the light of the operation activities, objects and in full coordination with President Trump, Israel has agreed to the president's proposal for a bilateral ceasefire.
Okay, Bruce, let me give you hypotheticals. So your kid is going to school, and then there's a school shooter in the school. And because that school shooter going from room to room, and then you ask the government to bomb the shit out of the school and kill 500 children in the school to get that school shooter. That's your logic, right?
Ask if the school shooter was in the hospital of Israel. Would they bomb the Israeli hospital then?
He knows he's talking nonsense, dude. He's just He brainwashed by Reza Satty.
Are you talking about like in New York right now, or are you talking about in a war? I don't understand.
Okay, that's a hypothetical. Do you understand the meaning of the hypotheticals? Do you know what the hypotheticals are?
What are you talking about?
Okay, I said there is a school shooter in a school.
So it's not a war.
There is a school shooter in a school and going from room to room. And your kid is...
It's domestic terrorism. You call Hamas a terrorist. School shooter inside is considered domestic terrorist. So it's a very similar example. Continue.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any response for that, and he knows what he's talking about is wrong, but he want to go because he has a grudge against the current regime in Iran. And he want to topple them.
You should too.
You don't define what I should or should not do.
You should.
That's fascism. That's fascism right now. Because if I don't agree with this guy and I disagree with this guy, he said you should. If you don't, if he was in power, he would bomb the shit out of my house.
If you have any common sense, you would.
So that's fascism right here.
Well, I got it wrong. Thank you, Amir, for letting me speak. Good luck.
I was going to ask him.
Long live Palestine.
I'm going to ask him about warfare because he kept on bringing it up.
Bro, he was stubborn as fuck, dude.
No, the funny thing was is that he was just talking warfare. The problem with his own point is Hamas dug. He says Hamas dug tunnels, all that stuff. Whatever. Okay, fine. Now Israel dug tunnels. Israel has bunkers under hospitals and schools and stuff. Israel has military equipment around civilians, using them as human shields. His own point fights him, right? By his own logic, we should just go ahead and bomb all of Israel and kill all the civilians just to get to the IDF.
Yeah, but the thing is, Sam, that if the terrorists was Hamas terrorists, as they call them, in a hospital in Israel, they wouldn't bomb it.
I exactly know what happened to this.
Besides that, we see the video. I mean, we see where the freedom fighters are coming from. They're not coming from, civilian areas. They're in the rubble, living in the rubble, and then you see them running up to tanks, blowing up tanks with Shiraz, with the 105 Yassin. You see the sniper rifle shots. You see them attacking. They wait for the Zionists to go into the house, and then they attack the house where they're inside the buildings. I mean, you see them with the mortar shells. They're nowhere near civilians.
Actually, no, they are when they shoot rockets.
When they're fighting, no, they're not. When they're fighting, look, dude, I just said, dude, I'm gonna post a video or two, and you tell me what you see. Okay, you see them out there. They go on the road and they dig. And they put the mines in the roads, and some of them the tanks can roll over and blow up themselves. But the soldiers say no, they want to be able to do it. So they put the wire and they have the button and they wait for the tanks to go over and they blow up the tank with they push the button. That has nothing to.
The IDF told everyone to evacuate.
No, there's nobody there.
Exactly.
Thank you. No.
Where is everybody?
Right. Thank you. So you admit it, right? You admit that the fighting is going on with no civilians. Okay, so you admit it that no, listen. So you just admitted. No, stupid. Shut up. You just admitted that you know that the fighting is going after the people have evacuated. You just admitted that. You just admitted that the fighting is going on while the people have already evacuated. There's only the freedom fighters and the Zionists. That's all that's there.
There's nothing.
That's all that's there. The freedom fighters and the Zionists. There's no civilians. You just admitted it, right?
No. So those freedom fighters that you talk about.
Civilians are there now. Okay, so now you're going to bring the civilians back.
Yeah. What freedom have they achieved in their fighting when you call them freedom fighters?
They're doing pretty good helping to destroy the Zionists. The Zionists were spending freedom. Hey, listen.
A lot of buckets and tents.
Dude, I'm Black American. Listen. No. Oh, go ahead, Lee. Go ahead, Lee. You're black.
What freedom did the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising receive?
Bro, that's bullshit. You know why? Because I'll tell you what the real freedom fighters were.
No, why is it bullshit? Tell me why.
I don't even call that freedom fighters. I don't call that freedom
What
fighters.
do you call it then?
Can I name you some
Failure,
freedom fighters?
you can call them
resistance fighters, right?
No, I can.
Yes, you can call them resistance fighters.
Failures.
Resistance. Real freedom fighters. Maybe you can learn something. Haganah, Urgu, Lehi. Those are true freedom
North
fighters.
Vietnam. It took Vietnam 20 years, dude. Dude, it took Vietnam 20 years. Dude, it took Vietnam 20 years. 20 years it took Vietnam and 1 million people. It took Vietnam 20 years. They had to defeat first the French and then the Americans. It took them 20 years to get their freedom. 20, and 1 million people. But they got it.
False parallel. The real freedom fighters, because they actually achieved freedom for the people, was the Jewish militia group.
They're recognized terrorists.
And by the way, I don't even mind. You want to call them terrorists? I don't mind. But just don't think that when you don't think for a moment that when you call our guys terrorists and we call you guys terrorists.
What freedom did you get? What freedom did this Haganah get? Listen, what freedom did they get? They're spending, listen. They're spending 200, listen.
You occupy the country and you call it, you have a state of affairs.
No, listen, today. Listen, today, Haganah, listen, today you're spending $275 million a day for your freedom. That's how much this shit is costing you. $275 million a day. Over 20% of your infrastructure has been destroyed. It's going to cost you $100 billion. Then why are they begging the UAE for money? Why are they begging the UAE for money today? They're begging for money today. Amir posted the article. I'll post it too.
Smotrich is begging money, by the way, the finance minister. He said he's begging to the UAE.
May I say something real quick? Like, if it's gonna take 10 seconds.
Go for it.
Alright, Zero. Not all of them are freedom fighters. Some of them are terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are terrorists, right? And like, let's say anybody that hurts civilians on purpose to scale or to cause an impact is 100% a terrorist. I don't give a fuck if they're American.
All military, U.S. military, IDF. I
don't care if they're the IDF. I don't care if they were sent by Jesus Christ himself. They're terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that targets civilians that have nothing to do. It's like we have this thing. If you're a gang member, you know that you're not supposed to snitch. And like you can get.
So with that logic, IDF killed 55,000.
Yeah, the Zionist state is a terrorist state, then, correct? The Zionist state is a terrorist state, correct?
So our 55,000
Nova, listen. Based upon your logic, okay, based upon your reasoning, that makes the Zionist state a terrorist state, correct?
The people in control of Israel right now are acting like straight terrorists. Bibi Netanyahu is a fucking terrorist. He's a criminal.
He is the goat of the Middle East.
He's the goat
of the Middle East. He is the king of the Middle East, absolutely.
He's a genocide, bro.
Absolutely, he's king of the Middle East. He gave Hamas an ass whooping. He gave Hezbollah an ass whooping. Because of Assad's regime got completely toppled. Iran is getting an ass whooping.
Wait, hold on.
Iran's getting an ass whooping.
Wait, one second. I just want to ask, what did Netanyahu have to do with Assad?
Well, because of what we did with Hezbollah, that they created.
Hold on. Jihadi, you do realize how stupid you sound, right?
Yes.
So you do realize how stupid you sound because
no, not at all. Actually,
Netanyahu had nothing to do directly with the entire Syrian uprising.
Indirectly.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, yes, because of our actions, because of what Israel's done. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so then by that extension, right? Then you have to go ahead and say Russia was the reason why you guys got bombed by missiles.
By who?
Is that correct?
No. Once again, false.
But they're a proxy to Iran. They helped Iran out with their nuclear program.
Bad parallels, dude. Very bad
parallels.
I can actually show you I can show you more direct cause and effect.
No, you're just gonna show me. Okay, look.
Excuse me.
I'll point you out this. No, Jihad, you gotta understand one thing. Understand one thing. No, it's not. You don't have to explain anything because you're giving me some situation. I'll tell you exactly how this works out, right? If I go ahead, hold on. No, you're interrupting because you're scared of the point. If I go ahead and
I'm making a point.
Okay, again, I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah, Johari, now, mute up. You want to occupy this room? You want to bomb the shuttle?
Stop. It's between Sab and Jihadi. Sab, you gotta admit it, and then the thing.
Alright, cool. So that point makes no sense. Hezbollah does not have anything to do with Syria. If you look at the way Syria got toppled, it wasn't even considering Hezbollah as a faction that was even in the entire play as of this whole thing. Instead, what happened is you had different uprisings within Syria that toppled its own government. You can't just go ahead and just add someone on and say, "Oh, they're the reason why the government got." And then don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. You can't go ahead and just add someone randomly to the reason why another regime comes into power. By that logic, again, do not interrupt me. Yeah, don't interrupt me, Jihadi. By that logic, right, you guys went ahead and claimed that because of Iran's nuclear programs, you had to do a preemptive strike or whatever.
Yes.
By your same logic, Russia was the reason why Israel got bombed. You do realize how stupid that sounds right now, right?
No, it's not. Once again, you're drawing a false parallel.
How is that a false parallel?
Completely false, because you're basically trying to say, well, just because they went and supplied it. No. Hezbollah was actually on the ground in Syria fighting Syrian rebels. The reason why they weren't able to top the Assad regime in 2013 was because of Hezbollah. Hezbollah, by the way, killed many Syrians when Assad basically did his genocide on the Syrian people. Because we were able to destroy Hezbollah, completely humiliate them, kill Nasrallah, kill all of their top commanders and everything else. They're completely in shambles. They were not able to respond.
Why are we letting this fucking Jew speak? Like, I'm seriously.
Excuse me, thank you.
Guys, let him finish.
Hold on, I'm doing the Takbir, Adonai Akbar. Thank you.
Yeah, listen.
Adonai Akbar. Guys, yeah.
That's why your people got cheated up. Calm down, man. Calm down.
Yeah. I'm just trying to speak. So basically, that is a more direct correlation rather than Russia supplying missiles, and then those missiles are then after used to attack Israel. Completely fallacious parallel.
Okay, the reason
Jews are
Please give me a minute. He has a point what he's saying about the Hezbollah thing, that because they were working with Bashar and with the Iranian. Yes, but the main cause was because Turkey wanted Syria. Syria is under control of Turkey now. Old ISIS. So yeah, it wasn't Israel. They did help them, yes, but it was behind it was Turkey.
Yeah. So that's actually the point I was gonna make out, right? Even though yes, Hezbollah was having conflicts with Syria, so on and so forth, Turkey was mostly responsible for that. I'd rather go ahead and give the credit to Turkey in that instance. Again, I'm not pro-Turkey in any way. I hate Turkey, but Turkey was the reason why Syria's al-Assad went ahead and got toppled, right? Now, again, by this entire submission, there's a reason why I made the example that I made previously, right? Just because, Netanyahu was having a fight with Hezbollah that did something or whatever, right? It makes no sense. Again, when I said Russia was helping Iran develop the nuclear sites, all that stuff, whatever, Russia went ahead and helped Iran in these diplomatic ties. Russia was ready to go ahead and back Iran, all that stuff. I'm showing that Russia is helping Iran, right? By that extension, I should go ahead and credit Russia for bombing the crap out of Israel. But it doesn't make sense for me to do that.
No, actually, Russians right now, I don't know if you even heard Vladimir Putin, I think it was yesterday or the day before. He literally said that he wouldn't attack Israel.
But you would supply.
But you're understanding my point of how stupid it sounds, right?
No, it's not stupid as it sounds. Do you think that the Assad machine would have been crumbled if Hezbollah was not crumbled?
but he's giving them bombs. He's helping Iran behind the back.
You guys don't get it, giving bombs or whatever the case. You can just say, well, America's responsible for everything in the Middle East, then, including Israel's war.
They are.
They are.
Yes,
they are. No, but they're not. No, but they're not, though. No, but they're not. They're not.
Yeah, according to you, right? According to you. Because it's
No, if you want to say, listen, if somebody just goes and gives you guns, you're not the one that's controlling the decisions of what they
That's
do.
different, though. During war, that's different. That's meaning
different.
you're supporting and supplying the ammunition. That's
Okay, let me ask you this: if we didn't blow Hezbollah's dicks off, do you think that the rebels in Syria were able to topple Assad's regime?
What country are you living in? Israel or United States?
Yes,
I'm just curious. I'm just wondering.
Yes, they would have.
Yes. Really?
Yes, they
Really?
would.
You think that? You think of Nasrallah? You think of Nasrallah was the?
Yes, they would, with the help of Turkey.
No, they wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah,
Jew, are you in Israel or United
And all of
States?
his little goonies, his little thugs, would have went into
Bro,
Syria and
you're from
stopped it.
Poland.
They would
You're
have
from Poland. I'm from the
I'm not
Middle
from
East.
Poland. No, I have nothing.
Jew, are you in Israel or
I
United
don't know anything
States?
about
Answer the
Poland.
question, please.
I have nothing
Jew,
about Poland.
are you in Israel or United States? What country are you in?
Your
Neither.
father's not from Poland? Where's your
Neither.
father from?
Why do you have an American accent? You're speaking with an accent.
I'm
Not
not an American.
Nathan,
Where are
where's
you
your
from?
father from?
Yeah, I'm not an American. Yeah.
Where are you? What country are you living in?
Where is your
I'm
father
an
from?
indigenous. I'll tell you where I'm from. I'm an indigenous Palestinian.
You fucking piece
Where
of
is your father from?
Hold on. Now, and relate to this attack. So you support this attack, Israel doing the first attack on Iran?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
No, but do you think it was worth it? Because right now, we heard that Netanyahu was begging for ceasefire with Iran.
No, he wasn't begging for it. No.
He did it 10 minutes ago.
No, that's incorrect. He's not begging for
I
it.
can
No.
show you. I can show you.
No, he's not
I
begging for
can
it.
show you, bro. I can show you.
He's not begging for it.
Netanyahu is begging
So
for
he can take
How much do you want to bet right now in less than 24 hours? More sites than Iran are going to get.
But do you think that he can take a meeting, another 50 or 100
100%.
missiles?
Well, actually,
But isn't Israel only 8,000 square miles big or something?
Yeah. I don't think you guys are actually even familiar
No
with
piece of shit country like that. I just don't.
I don't think you guys are
understand how this
familiar with the exact level of decapitation that we did there into their entire
Nathan.
rocket launch system.
Nathan,
Right?
you
Like,
know
the rocket launch
using-
system.
Listen,
No, right, what I'm saying right now,
Zero,
this is
hang
very
on.
important.
Go ahead.
Their rocket launch system is a lot like their supreme leader. They've become impotent.
It's
They
not
can't
working.
even get it up. They can't, I know it's not working. I know they can't get it up. It's hard for them to even get it up.
What the fuck
They
are
can
you
shoot a
talking
couple.
about?
Hang on,
They're starting to
Mix
shoot
up,
blank.
please. So by the way, Nathan, they're operating on from the schools and whatnot. Did you hear about that?
Nobody's operating from school.
No, Mossad is. That's what I heard. Mossad and IDF is.
From where?
They're
France,
operating from residential areas.
I'm sure they are.
Because they targeted some buildings over there, including that hospital that was targeted. They weren't targeting hospital; they were targeting something else.
So, yeah, I know we were hiding Godzilla. By the way, just so you guys know, we also have underground tunnels under Al-Aqsa Mosque, so just make sure to target that as well.
We
This
won't.
piece of shit is living in the United States.
Palestine. That's Palestine. We don't do that.
We do. We have like a whole IDF base right under Al-Aqsa, just so you guys know.
Never forget, it's ITF. It's our terrorist force. It's not IDF. It's
We
ITF.
have a huge headquarters down there. We have Markava tanks. We have our F-35s hidden under
Hey, Nathan.
If you guys did a launch spot,
Hang on a
if you guys did
second.
a
Hey,
launch
Nathan.
spot, it's a legitimate
Hey,
military target.
Johadi, listen, I'm gonna post a video that I'm watching right now while you're talking. It's so funny. I'm watching the fucking destruction in Beersheba. It is fucking amazing what the fuck these Iranian missiles can do. I'm gonna post a video for you because I'm watching it as you're talking.
I've
Just happened like 2 hours ago.
I know,
Just happened 2 hours
I know you like whipping out your
I'm gonna post it right now.
I get it.
Tell me,
I know
tell me if you
about
can tell.
this guy.
No, listen. Tell me if you can tell if it is either Beersheba or Gaza, because you can't tell the difference.
Jordan, there's a lot of construction work right now in Israel. You can go there for the construction work because your country is destroyed. Your country is destroyed.
Yeah, I'm sure. Did you guys see, like, do you know what my favorite form of comedy is nowadays? I actually love watching Iranian state
Yeah, I'm
TV.
sure you
Like,
love
for me,
genocide.
that is
That's
the most
funny, right?
funniest channel to watch because the propaganda that they spew. You know that they said that in their thing, they said that 300 people are missing, that they've unalived thousands of people, and
That's why your current regime is punishing people and finding people for $10,000 if they record it from city. That's That's why your government giving people fine $10,000 if they record anything from the city, right?
Question: Where is the pilot?
There's nothing to report.
They want to hide it, right? Because your country is destroyed.
We're not hiding everything. Everything's out on the internet, guys.
Johadi, where is the pilot? The woman.
What woman pilot? What's her name?
The pilot that.
What's her name?
Took.
Yeah. What's her name? Yeah. What's her name?
I'll get to you. Give me a.
What's her name?
I don't understand why we're giving this dude all this power on the stage.
Yeah. What's her name? What's her name? Tell me the pilot you guys captured, please.
Imagine living in these. Listen, imagine living when these missiles are fucking hitting. These are some fucking destructive shit, Juhadi. These are. I mean, for blocks. They just destroyed buildings and cars and dude, fuck.
Hey, Zero, I got a question.
Give the fuck up, dude. Give up. Call your buddy Netanyahu. Tell him give the fuck up. He better quit.
I'm just
he better
troubled
quit.
right now.
Dude, it's not a big country. They've already destroyed in 10 days. In 10 days, they've destroyed 25% of the infrastructure of the state.
Well, I just want to say this.
Ben Gurion Airport. Listen. When Ben Gurion Airport finally opens for full-time travel, I want somebody to be there to take account of how many of these friggin' Zionists are going to be running to the fucking counter. With cash in their hands. I don't care how much it costs. Give me a one-way ticket. I don't care how much it costs.
The thing that's not fair about them, they could leave Israel and go to Canada, Europe, and United States. They won't stay in Israel if they get they bomb severely. That's the problem. That's the problem I have with these people. They flee. They flee like roaches everywhere else.
No, it's the opposite. 100,000 Israelis are actually trying to get into
They are fleeing to Cyprus. Your people flee to Cyprus.
100,000. That's a
109 country kicked out of your people. There's something wrong with your people.
Israelis
And now it's counting. Right now it's 110 countries.
That is not your home. Your home is in Germany. You need to go back there in the Holocaust. Those little burnt places, that's where you need to go back to. That's where you need to go back to.
You know what? That really convinced me, bro. You know what? We're just going to abandon Zionism. Guys, you know what? He just convinced me, guys. He slammed
I said what I said. You need to go back to your home in Germany.
You slammed dunked me, dude.
Israel is not your home.
It's not your home, bro. I submit to you, Supreme Leader.
And you know what? You guys are losing the moral high ground.
Doesn't get you nowhere. Not everyone, every single person involved hates you, bro.
Exactly, they're losing the moral high ground. They don't have to
go to any other country. You get punched in your face because they hate you.
No, nobody punches there. A bunch of bitches, actually.
And I'm sure you live in the United States. You can't talk like that in the streets because you know the precautions. You know what's going to happen.
Out there. No, they're bitches.
You can't walk like that.
Actually, I can't walk like that. I've said it to their faces many times.
No, you haven't. You're a bitch that lives in.
No, absolutely, I have.
You have not.
Yeah, you know why? Because they come into my neighborhood every single Sunday.
Where's your neighborhood?
We're doing our demonstration.
Where's your neighborhood?
In Toronto, on Bathurst and Shepherd. They come to our neighborhood when we're demonstrating, and like little bitches that are across the road. And then when they try coming over here,
what are you demonstrating?
What little terrorist bitches?
What are you demonstrating?
We're just demonstrating for Israel.
Nobody gives a shit about Israel. Let's be honest.
I'll tell you exactly what we're demonstrating for. To bring our people home. We were demonstrating for the last 20
Your home's in Germany. That is not your home.
Months for our people to come home.
Your home is in Germany. Israel is not your home.
Neighborhood. And yes, I do tell them straight to their fucking face.
Israel is not your home.
No, actually it is.
No, it's not.
Actually it is. No, Israel is Jewish land, yes.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, it is. Alhamdulillah.
Hey, Johadi, what happened in Amsterdam?
This guy's a piece of shit. Like, I don't know why these people think they're chosen. I really don't understand
Ask what happened in Amsterdam.
Nobody brought up chosenness until you did.
I'm saying it. Fuck you. You're not chosen. I just told you.
Okay, I never said anything about chosen.
Johadi, where is Sarah?
Where is who?
Thank God people's eyes are being opened with these people.
Can you pipe down, dude? I'm done with you, bro. What do you say?
Shut the fuck up. You've been talking this whole time on the stage. Nobody said shit to you.
I'm being rude, dude.
I'm being rude to your bitch ass.
No, you're being rude to the panelists, dude. Let him speak.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Go for it.
Guys, I can only listen to one bad argument at a time, so go ahead.
Guys, wait.
This dude's a douche Jew. Like, what the hell?
Bro, let me talk. Where's Sarah, the pilot?
Sarah who?
The pilot, the Israeli pilot.
Can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor, Dex? Can you post a picture for me?
Here is the name. Sarah Adronot.
Okay.
Good evening.
Can you show me the picture?
Jihadi.
Yeah, drop the picture.
How does it feel? No one likes
Wait
it.
until you showed me a
To be
Chilean
honest.
pilot.
Let's make Pikachu feel at home. Let's
How
make
does it
Pikachu
feel?
is happy. He has a, there's a Jew. There's
Hey guys,
Pikachu!
one bad argument.
Run, Pikachu, run!
Jew, you do not get to come in this room and control the room. Who do you think you are?
Amir, I've got something.
You don't get to come in the room and control it. What do you mean one bad argument? Shut the fuck up.
Let me just tell you. I've just got an interesting stat for you. Okay. Sure. So there was a total of around.
You don't like this shit. What's up?
Run, Pikachu, run!
0-0. Hang on, bro. Hang on.
There's a total of around about 500 missiles were launched at Israel. Do you know what percentage rate actually hit Israel? 5.83%.
That's because the biodome, you fucking idiot. Of course, a lot of them hit them.
5.83%.
Listen to that. Do you know what you're saying, Pikachu? You're admitting that only 5% of the missiles caused 25% of total damage of Israel. Think about how. Do you know how precise that shit must be?
In military terms, when you've got a piece of land the size of New Jersey, which is your ultimate target, and only
Israel is not the size of New Jersey.
And only 5% of your missiles are hitting that piece of land, you're way out of.
Israel is not the size of New Jersey.
No, but Pikachu. But Pikachu, it destroyed 25% of the infrastructure, including refineries.
Please let him finish, and then we can go back and forth. Let him land his plane, and then we can go back.
Thank you. It's very difficult to deal with 7 arguments at the same time.
Shut the fuck up, you weirdo.
Yeah. So look, the interception rate, I have to say, was well above 80%, which is great because it means that we know how to defend ourselves pretty well, and that's only going to get better.
What do you mean we? You're not even living there. What are you talking about?
That's why your people live in blind.
Let me just explain to you that the Iranian plan, the goal was to launch around about 1,000 missiles within hours of the start of the war, and that plan was completely thwarted by the IDF because we know exactly where these missiles are probably going to come from and how to attack those who want to attack us. Now look, we can hold our resolve. At the end of the day, Israel isn't going anywhere, folks. I'm sorry to tell you this. I know it's been your dream that you want to take down the land